This is Survival Radio Network, and thank you so much for helping us to reach over 2 million. That's right, 2 million downloads. You're listening to The Paula G Show, where we expand the mindset through worldwide conversations right here on Survival Radio Network. You can check out our previous episodes of radio and TV shows, that's right, by visiting www.paulagvoice.com or thepaulagshow.com. Also, you can find us on iTunes, Mixcloud, TuneIn Radio, and Stitcher Radio, and that's for the Paula G Show radio show. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at the Paula G Show. Also, much love to the artist known as V. Ferg for the opening and closing theme music for the Paula G Show, and his music can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and Tidal. Well, I hope all of you have had a wonderful week and that you are continuing to have a wonderful week wherever you are in the world. Right now, I think the whole planet is cold, maybe except Hawaii and, the Caribbean islands, but the rest of us, we're in some deep cold. So you all stay warm and stay healthy, too, because this bug or something is going around and folks are getting sick and leaving us, because of this bug. So you all make sure you stay healthy and get your vitamin C and, rest. Stay home from work if you're not feeling well. Don't go in the office, be coughing all over everybody. Stay home. Stay home and get better. But yes, y'all, please take care of yourself because, this is the time of year when, all of those, the pneumonia and flu and cold are, all going around. So take care of yourself because we don't want to lose anybody. Gosh, it seems like every week we're, losing someone. But, they say it's the cycle of life, which leads me to what I always say every week, y'all. I say it every week. Time is precious. It is so precious, and it's the one thing that you cannot get back. So I'm always appreciative of the time that you spend with me. I want to make sure that that time is well spent. And this week, as with every week, that will not be an exception. I have a great guest this week that is going to be sharing with us, and we'll be talking to him a little bit later on in the show. I also want to thank the underwriters of my TV show, yes, which is on Thursday mornings, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the Atlanta area on WATC TV 57.2. That's WATCTOO.TV. You can check it out, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, WATCTOO.TV, right here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, or wherever you are worldwide. As long as you got the World Wide Web, you can log on to that site. You can also download their free app. It's WATC. It's a free app. Now, if you have Hulu, Roku, Apple TV, Truly, Google Play, YouTube, Facebook, you can see the show on those platforms as well as if you have digital antennas here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, also on Genico TV. So we are on a lot of platforms. There are also episodes on my website, paulagvoice.com. And if you are in the DeKalb County area, DeKalb25.wixsite.com. You can catch My Journey with Paula G on Thursday mornings at 11 a.m., and we hope to soon also be airing once again on the Christian Television Network, CTN in Mississippi. That's right, Mississippi, WEPH-TV. So y'all keep your fingers crossed. We're looking forward to that. Shout out to my underwriters. These folks make it happen. These folks are supporting not only My Journey with Paula G, but also the Paula G Show right here on Survival Radio Network. Our underwriters who support us, who help to keep us on the air. So we thank them so much. Those at Creekside Dental here in the Atlanta area in Douglasville, Georgia. You can visit their website, Creekside Dental Inc. That's Creekside Dental Inc. Also, the Good Acting Studio, who hosted the live taping of our TV show, thegoodactingstudio.com. You can check them out for classes ranging from classes for children on up to adults. And we have to give Michael a congratulations. Michael Mario Good, owner of the Good Acting Studio. Just last evening, Tuesday evening, January 21st, 2020, he had a role on The Have and the Have-Nots, Tyler Perry's The Have and Have-Nots on the OWN network. I believe he was on there portraying, I want to say, Officer Donnelly. I believe that is the character that he was portraying. But if you miss it, those shows come in reruns after reruns after reruns, so y'all can catch it. But The Have and Have-Nots, I think the theme for that show was Pray for Me. I believe that was the title of that particular episode, not show, but particular episode, because, each episode has a title, and that one was Pray for Me. So shouts out to Michael Mario Good of the Good Acting Studio, also working with Tyler Perry Studios. He has prepared many actors and many actresses, not only to audition for the Tyler Perry Studios here in the Atlanta area, but just nationwide in New York, California. Just a great opportunity if you're looking for quality acting classes. You just may want to check them out, goodactingstudio.com. Also, my coffee shop in Eastlake, Atlanta, just a delightful place if you're looking for someplace quaint to have breakfast and lunch. Just a delightful place over on Memorial Drive, 2462 Memorial Drive in Eastlake, Atlanta. Dr. Paula Marcia Kelly have just been wonderful supporters of my journey with Paula G. You can visit their website, pastorstime.com. If you're interested in expanding your theological knowledge, you can check them out. My homegrown folks right here on Survival Radio Network, Clicks Photography, all with Clark Garrison, have all just been so very supportive, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Lusu Designs, also underwriter for My Journey with Paula G, the producer of My Journey with Paula G, Positive Power 21 Christian Media, under the direction CEO Jerry Royce Live. We thank them so much. You can visit their website, positivepower21.org, and also right here in the Atlanta area, LMB Tax Service, not only in the Atlanta area, but offices throughout the U.S. Check out their website, lbtaxservice.com. They've got offices here in Georgia, in Texas, and up in the D.C. area. Just recently had a grand opening this past Monday. If you go to my page, Paula G Voice, you go to my page and you'll see some of the photos from their grand opening, so of their new location. So shouts out to Brian Jubert and LNB Tax Service. If you are looking for a tax service, I strongly encourage you to check them out. If you are in the Houston, I believe, Dallas area, I believe they have offices in Florida, of course, here in Atlanta, and up in, I believe, the D.C. area. So check out their website and visit an office near you, and just make sure you tell all these folks that Paula G sent you, okay? All right. Before I share a bit of Paula's perspective, yes, I also want to share that I am very honored to be part of a conference this coming weekend here in the Atlanta area. The God is in Everything Conference. You can go to Eventbrite. It's a free conference. You can go to Eventbrite and get a ticket. You can bring the mom, dad, men, women, children are all invited to this event that is hosted by the birthday girl, Shay Samuels. Today is Shay Samuels' birthday, so we want to give her a shout-out today and encourage each and every one of you to attend this wonderful conference on this coming Saturday, January 25th, here in the Atlanta area, 2020. January 25th, 2020, here in the Atlanta area. She has it every, third, fourth Saturday of January, kicking off the year with the God is in Everything Conference. We've got several speakers, several youth performers. We're going to do a little bit of workout, a little bit of Zumba, and we're going to have a bit of a workout as well. And we're just going to get inspired and motivated to be the best that we can be in 2020. So if you're in the Atlanta area, Saturday, January 25th, 2020, make sure that you come out and check us out at the God is in Everything Conference. You can also go to her page. It's Shay, S-H-A-Y, Sams, S-A-M-S. You can go to her page, and she has the information on there as well. You can inbox her if you have any questions. But I'm honored to be on the agenda for this coming Saturday, and I will be speaking about being innovative in 2020. So hopefully you will join us. Hopefully you will join us. All right. Well, before we go to break, I just want to share a little bit of Paula's perspective. I usually pre-record these, but sometimes I record them, sometimes I'll just share them, and tonight I've just decided to share. But as I have shared with you all in the past, I always refer to Miss Ernestine Shepherd, who is the world's oldest female bodybuilder. She must be maybe in her mid-80s by now. Started this journey when she was in her late 50s. But the transformation was all about the mindset. I always refer to that. Transformation was always about her mindset and the conversation in between her ears. She started this journey in her late 50s as a promise to one of her sisters that had passed that she would develop a healthy lifestyle and begin this journey to a healthy lifestyle. Now, when she started, I don't believe she had anticipated becoming the world's oldest female bodybuilder, but along the journey, that is what manifested. And life in itself, y'all, life in itself is a journey, and it is what we do with that journey that matters. I say these things all the time. The greatest conversation you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation, or whomever you deem your higher being is? Is he a part of that conversation? Are you listening to that still small voice? Many of us now are, the baby boomer age is headed toward, or a lot of us are in the midst of retirement, empty nesters. The children are grown, and now you may be thinking about all those dreams that may have gone unfulfilled. For some of you, you may have lived your life fulfilling those dreams, and that is a beautiful thing. But for others, you may have put them on the side, like many of us have, once we got married, the children, the job, all of those things that occur in life that have caused you not to fulfill those hopes and dreams that you may have had so many years ago. But as George Eliot says, it is never too late to be what you might have been. I am a witness. I am a witness that if you have a dream, if you have an idea, first of all, put it down on paper. Put that dream down on paper. Put that idea down on paper, and then begin to develop a plan of how that idea, how that dream can become a reality. And again, it starts with that conversation in between your ears. People always ask me how my journey started. You're doing radio, you're doing television, you're doing voiceover, you're an author, you have a new platform coming up in 2020, Fit at 60 and Beyond. And I always say to everyone that it was an answer to prayer, asking God to open doors of opportunity for me if this is the path that he destines me to be on, opening doors of opportunity. I'm a witness that God hears your prayers. And once he opens those doors, you have to begin to walk through, step out on faith, walk through those doors, and begin to make that plan happen. Begin to make that dream a reality. It is not an easy journey. You're gonna go through twists and turns and your storms of life and all of those things, but it is a journey. It is a journey, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to, whatever your journey is, we've all got different experiences. Focus on your journey. Focus on your path. Focus on your purpose. Don't get distracted by others or the perception of others or the perceived successes of others. Seek out the direction that you're going in. Ask God to open the doors of opportunity for you. Ask for discernment to recognize those open doors, the courage to walk through those doors. He will work it out. He will work it out. He starts working behind the scenes to make those things happen. You just have to stay focused, stay on your path, utilize your gifts, embrace your journey, and step out into your destiny. So I hope that helps somebody. I want everyone to be encouraged. We're going to take a commercial break, listen to a little bit of music, and then when we come back on the flip side, I want to share a bit of my latest book, My Journey to Lady Wisdom After Midnight. And also, shouts out to my engineer who's riding shotgun with me this evening, Rosalind Cooper. She's riding shotgun, so I thank her so much for all she does behind the scenes to make me sound good. All right, Rosalind, here we go, love. This is Survival Radio Network. We're going to take a break. We'll take a commercial, a little bit of music, and then we will be back in a moment. I am voice talent Paula G, and I would love to be a resource for you. Whether it's an intro, an outro, a commercial, PSA, tag, or more, consider Paula G the next time you have an audition or voiceover need. Email paula@paulagvoice.com. And remember, it's the voice that counts.
Looking for a cafe with a home-like appeal where all who enter feel like they are part of something? Visit My Coffee Shop, located in Eastlake, Atlanta, Georgia. MCS has a full breakfast and lunch menu, offering both hot and cold options, and is home of the amazing basil lemonade. But don't forget their assortment of freshly brewed coffees. Come on by at 2462 Memorial Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, 30317. We're pretty sure My Coffee Shop at Eastlake will become your coffee shop, too.
Do you have tax issues, owe back taxes, or need tax relief? Contact L&B Tax Service today. L&B offers you over 15 years of expertise and first-class tax service for individuals, professionals, and business owners. With nationwide service, you can easily find a location near you. Contact one of our tax professionals through our website, lbtaxservice.com. That's www.lbtaxservice.com. L&B Tax Service Incorporated. Tax professionals that you can trust.
SRN Survival Radio Network.
Hey, if you're just joining us, this is the Paula G Show right here on Survival Radio Network, and we're so glad that all of you have joined us for another episode. That was Groovy Smoothie. Did y'all like that? That was Groovy Smoothie. You know, I like those instrumentals every now and then. So I hope you enjoyed it. All right, so before the break, we were talking a bit about pursuing your journey, pursuing your passion, determining what your I am is. And some people have asked me about that, and I realize that I talk about it, and I may not have necessarily shared exactly what the I am is. So when you refer to I am, it is what you believe that you are. It is whom you desire to be. So, for example, I am a radio and TV host. I am a voiceover artist. I am an author. I am the influencer of Fit at 60 and Beyond. I am Paula G. Voice. So when you're developing, and I'm not saying coming up with, but developing your I am, I want you to really go to the core of who you believe that you are and what gifts you know. I'm using my words carefully, and I'm using them intentionally. Who you know that you are, and what you know that it is that you can do. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I can do is not an option. Meaning, you're being challenged to come up with, to develop, not come up with, I take that back, to develop who it is that you are. You know, I know a lot of times throughout life we are who others say we are. We operate in the roles that others place us in. So therefore, when we get to the point where someone may ask us who we are, the answer it always reflects who others have deemed us to be. For example, you know, I am so-and-so's wife, or I am so-and-so's husband, or I am so-and-so's mother, or I am so-and-so's father. You know, those types of things, as opposed to who it is that you are based on the gifts and talents that you have. My gift, my talent is my voice. So therefore, I am a radio host. I am a television host. I am a voiceover artist. I am an author, and I am the platform or the basis of the platform for Fit at 60 and Beyond. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So you think about, what is that gift that you have? What is that talent that you have? And out of that gift, out of that talent, who is it that you are? You know what they say, if you work your passion, if you walk in your passion every day of your life, if you live in your passion every day of your life, you will never work another day in your life. One of my goals, one of my desires is to be on the short list for several clients for voiceover. When, notice I didn't say if, when that occurs, I will not be working for the rest of my life. I will be walking in what it is or who it is that I am for the rest of my life. Y'all following me? I'll be walking in who it is that I am for the rest of my life. So that's just something, that's just something to think about. And as I have taken this journey, as I've grown in radio and television and all of these different platforms, I've had opportunities to speak, to write a book and so forth. What I have discovered along the way, that one of the things that is essential to growth, to discovering who you are, one of the things that is essential, and I'm going to touch on it a little bit, and we'll pick it back up next week maybe. One of the things that I have discovered is, in order to be the best that you can be, we have to go back, peel back some layers, unpack some old baggage that has been buried in our lives. If we were to go back to our earlier years, our childhood experiences that we've had, traumas and things that we've had in our childhood, if those things have gone unresolved or unchecked or unsolved or unhandled or undealt or not dealt with, those things as we grow through life manifest into certain behaviors, manifest into certain thought patterns. There's so many of us that are anxious. There's so many of us that are stressed out. There's so many of us that have so much anger. A lot of that comes from those layers and layers of hurts or pains or feelings that we have not dealt with throughout our life for one reason or another. And in order for us to really move forward and in order for us to really grow into our I am, we've got to peel back those layers and deal with those things. And I'll leave that right there. I'll pick it up next week in talking about how to deal with those things. Because once we peel back those layers, we can expose some pretty vulnerable areas of our lives. And if not handled correctly, we could spiral right back in the same habits and behaviors and so forth. So we want to make sure that when we do peel back those layers, that we address those things in such a manner that there is healing, that we can close those chapters, truly close those chapters, not only our conscious mind, but our subconscious mind, and move forward. All right, well, that's my word for today. And for more on that particular type of perspective and some of those other journeys, you can check out my book, My Journey to Lady Wisdom After Midnight, which is now available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback. There's more to come. All right, well, it is almost time for my guest, so we're going to take one more commercial break. We are going to listen to our engineer's pick. On the flip side of the break, we will be speaking with my guest, who I am excited. I'm always excited to have my guest on, but I'm excited to have this young man with us this evening because he's actually one of my former students. Y'all know how I feel about I say that all the time. Y'all could say it for me. Y'all know how I feel about the youth. It's been, almost 20 years since I've been working with young people, and a lot of them now are grown men, grown women with their own families, their own businesses, and this is one of them, and we're going to be speaking to him in a little bit. So we will catch you on the flip side of the break. Don't go anywhere. This is the Paula G Show right here on Survival Radio Network. We'll be back in a moment.
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously, and it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystik.com.
Have you been recently discharged from your employer through no fault of your own? Or maybe you quit your job for good cause. If so, then you may be entitled to unemployment benefits. If you have been denied unemployment benefits, we can help. Give us a call today. As a prior administrative law judge, I am confident that I can assist you in collecting the unemployment benefits you rightfully deserve. Free initial consultation. Be sure to call Unemployment Appeal Consultants today at 850-228-3556. Proudly serving the Georgia, Florida, and Alabama areas.
You may have heard the phrase, deals are done on the golf course, but do you know how that happens? The book 9 Holes, 9 Goals will provide hole-by-hole guidance on what to do and mistakes to avoid during a round of business golf. Pre-order your copy today at 9holes9goals.com because closing deals on the golf course is no longer just a phrase. You can do it too.
SRN Survival Radio Network.
This is a heartbreak hotel. 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 Heartbreak hotel. This is a heartbreak hotel. This is a heartbreak hotel. This is asking myself why you do this to me, oh, baby. Since you're not around for me to tell you, baby, face to face, I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me lies when someone else was on your mind. What you do to me? What you do? Look what you did to me, oh baby. I thought that you were someone who would do me right until you played with my emotions and you made me cry. What you do to me? Can't take what you did to me. Now I see that you've been doing wrong, played me all along, and made a fool of me, baby. You got it all wrong to think that I wouldn't find out that you are cheating on me, baby. How could you do it to me? Since you're not around for me to tell you, baby, face to face, I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me lies when someone else was on your mind. Oh, you did was lie to me, baby. Look what you did to me. Can't believe what you did to me. I thought that you were someone who would do me right until you played with my emotions and you made me cry. What you do to me? Why'd you do it? Can't take what you did to me. You didn't have to do it to me, baby. Heartbreak Hotel. This is a Heartbreak Hotel. This is a Heartbreak Hotel. This is a Heartbreak Hotel. Heartbreak Hotel. This is a Heartbreak Hotel. This is a Heartbreak. Why'd you do it? Heartbreak Hotel. All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me that when someone else was on your mind. What you do to me? Look what you did to me. I thought that you were someone who would do me right until you played with my emotions.
And that was our dynamic engineer's pick for the week, Heartbreak Hotel by Whitney Houston, Faith Evans, and Kelly Price. So we thank Rosalind for that awesome pick, love. I appreciate you. Thank you. That had a nice little groove to it. Once again, we want to thank our underwriters of My Journey with Paula G, as well as the Paula G Show. If you're interested in underwriting support or being a guest on the Paula G Show, you can email Paula at paulagvoice.com for more information. So we thank you so much. All right, well, we are ready for my guest. He is a certified holistic personal trainer. He's intensely passionate about holistic health. He is a member of the African Hebrew community, which is based in Dimona, Israel. He himself is now based here in the Atlanta area. And at a young age, he was very mature in spirit. I call young people who are mature in spirit, they have old souls. That's a compliment. They have old souls. He is just an advocate for wellness. He's been following a vegan diet for most of his life, and he definitely walks the talk. He practices what it is that he preaches. He's compassionate, and he just loves to help others. And he is the owner, CEO, founder of Lion of Judah Fitness Club. He is here to chat with us a bit this evening. Please put your hands together and welcome my guest, Mr. Uri Ben Adil Hebraic, also known as Tory Wiley. Hey, my brother.
Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful introduction, and thank you for having me on the show, Ms. Paula.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, correct my pronunciation in the event that I was incorrect.
So of course, Tory Wiley is pretty easy, but you're right
Yeah.
there, IDL. You said everything right, except the last part, the IDL. The IDL part is how you say that, but that's it.
IDL. Gosh, I had two different. And that was the second version. All right. That was the second. I had two of them down here, so I'm gonna try it. Wow. You know what? So okay. So I've been on this show for the last maybe 5 or 6 years, I believe, and each year I always have I devote a month to youth entrepreneurs, and that particular month is devoted for young businessmen and women under the age of 18. But I realize that in addition to being on the radio for 5 years, I've also been in education almost 20. So a lot of you now are well over the age of 18, have gone on with your lives, graduated from college, probably gotten masters, families, and have now gone into the realm of entrepreneurship and owning your own businesses. And you are now a businessman. And I just want to say I'm so incredibly proud of you and your journey of walking in what it is that you are gifted to do and are called to do.
Thank you. I so appreciate it.
So share with us a bit of how all of this came to be. How you started on this journey and how you wound up as CEO and founder of Line of Judah.
Absolutely. So, first of all, Miss Paula, I guess our spirits have just been following each other because I transferred to a high school where she was a counselor at, and then end up seeing her years later working at the first gym job that I had. And so it was like, wow, there you go again. So we are definitely continuing to cross paths. So
yes,
as far as how I got here, it's pretty much has been in alignment with most of my life. So in the bio you read, me being a member of the African Hebrew Israelite community, which is basically a community that left America in the late 1960s, and we reestablished ourselves in the southern part of Israel, where we grew our community to a couple thousand members now. We're the largest vegan community on earth, and we are one of the largest holistic health communities that practice holistic health and healing. So it is not to my own doing. My father took that route and was back and forth from Israel and here, and so that was his lifestyle. And so, of course, he implanted it into his children. And so growing up, I've always had an advantage as it relates to, natural healing and natural health, and it always has caught my attention. So much so that when I came of age to where I was at a crossroads whether to continue my sports career and go to college and play sports and things like that, I actually just kind of had to talk with myself and was like, hey, is this really what are you trying to make it all the way, or like, what do you want to do? And Miss Paula, don't get me, but, I felt like the only reason why I really did school anyway was because of sports. And because I always knew that I was going to make something of myself.
Right.
Outside of the regular way that most people do it. And so once I decided I didn't really want to play sports as it relates, I was learning more about like concussions and things like that as it relates to football. And I'm like, you know what? I want to open up a family business. And it just so happened that one of my brothers, which I have a lot of family, I have four brothers and 5 sisters. And so one of my brothers and my father at the time had just gotten their personal trainer's license. So when it clicked, I said, you know what? Boom. We need a personal training and wellness company. So at the age of like 18, 19, I just started putting it all on paper, writing out what it would look like and all these kind of things. And I said I will go get a job at a gym and work there for a couple of years, learn the system and the business of that industry, and then I would break off on my own, and that's exactly what I did, and now I am here.
Old soul. That's that mature spirit. And I don't know if you heard the first part of the show when I was talking to the audience about, speaking to your I am. What is your I am? What is it that you're gifted to do? What is it that's in your soul? Not just like you said, a job working somewhere, but what is actually your I am based on what it is that you are gifted to do. And one of the things that I mentioned, and you just nailed it, one of the things I mentioned is in order to answer that question, you must have a conversation with yourself. And you said that because you were like, okay, I had this conversation with myself about, okay, do I want to do sports? Because I've researched about concussions and all these challenges and, based on your family background and so forth, you just kind of weighed your options, used wisdom, listened to that higher voice, I believe, and then put the plan on paper, took that dream, put the plan on paper, and began the journey to making it happen. And something else that you said about working at a gym to learn the craft, to learn how do I do this thing before I take that leap of faith and step out on my own. So, ladies and gentlemen, perfect example right here, just what I was talking about earlier. A perfect example right there. We can drop the mic and pass the plate. But that's a perfect example. So what were some of the challenges? Because we may have audience members that are listening to that journey and they've been inspired, but there might be questions like, okay, how did you start your own business? How did you actually open the doors to a brick and mortar?
Yes, absolutely. And just really quick, going back to, I did not hear the first part of your show, but going back to what you said, I am, someone shared with me before, I am, the acronym is intention, action, manifestation.
Oh, I like that. Intention, action, manifestation. There you go.
You have the right intent, you put the right action behind it, and you have no choice but to manifest what it is that you went after.
Yeah, and you're a witness to that.
Correct.
I am. You're a witness to that. Wow.
Correct.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. No worries. To answer your question, challenges. Ooh, man, I face challenges. Dang, I think I had to invent another word. Oh man. So the kind of turmoil that has transpired as relates to just being on the entrepreneurship journey, a lot of movements, when you look at traditional and history and things like that with a lot of mass movements, they oftentimes start with young people.
Right.
And the reason why is because young people are zealous enough to believe that they can actually accomplish it, but they're also not experienced enough to have a lot of damage to where it would stop them from going, and the trauma that they have had before now it becomes a mental game.
Oh, you got to say that again. You got to say that again. Say it again. Say it again.
Yep. So to sum it up, young people are zealous enough to believe in that they can actually change the world. As a saying that says, the only people that can actually change the world are the people that's foolish enough to believe that they can.
Exactly.
So young people have the energy and the desire and the, just overwhelmingly, I can do this, but they don't have the damage that somebody who may be a little bit more experienced who would, be like, well, I got to weigh out my options here. And so then you become in a state of paralyzation if that's the case. So what happens is rarely do someone who starts off and take that first step, and now they've been stepping for a minute, have the same thought process, but what happens is it's the will and the desire to keep going because you already made that first step. So now you do whatever it takes, and you have, as a young person, you have a lot more energy to be able to recover faster from your mistakes. Liken it to somebody working out. You recover just a lot quicker when you was in your 20s versus in your 40s. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anything that's true in the physical form And the principle is true in the physical form. It also must be true in the mental and spiritual form as well, and vice versa.
Right.
So, for me personally, I stepped foot out and was like, hey, let me start a family business. Not knowing nothing about entrepreneurship, accounting, marketing, sales, none of that stuff. Okay? And so when I did it, though, what it made me do, because I had a commitment and an expectation, now I had to learn what I had to learn in order to get to the target. So
okay,
that's a process. But what ended up happening was smaller successes along the way gave me the confidence to say, you can do this continuously. And the Creator had to be walking with me, because literally looking back on it, I have no idea how I ended up here and the amount of time. And I give you a short story just to kind of let you know, as it relates to that, I ran into one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Instagram fitness influencer who is, in his late 30s, mid to late 30s, very mature, and he's great at what he do, tons of followers. And I just remember going up to him when I was about 22 years old, 23 years old, and I remember going up to him, and I seen him like in Atlantic Station, and from seeing him, I remember going up to him and saying, basically how inspirational he is for me and all that kind of stuff. And I remember he looked at me and said, oh, okay, you're a trainer? I said, yeah. He said, all right, what do you train at? And I said, well, I own my own gym. And he looked again at me and said, wait, how old are you? And I said, I think it was like 23 at the time. I said, I'm 23. I didn't think nothing of it. And he was like, man, I don't know what to tell you. And he was like, I don't know what to tell you. You're ahead of me. And he just walked away.
Wow. You blew his mind.
But for me, that was just, it was an elevation. So how I got here and the challenges that I had to face, I would not, if everything dropped today, I would be extremely grateful and happy. The reason why is because the things that I have learned, I would be able to be successful over and over and over in different industries, because I've learned the principles from the challenges that I had to face, especially not having any capital starting when I started.
No capital.
Zero.
Wow. And again, that speaks to, so one of the things I said in the top of the show was the greatest conversation, and I always say this, I have opened my shows and closed my shows with this. The greatest conversation that you will ever have is the one that takes place in between your ears. What are you speaking to yourself? Is God a part of that conversation? And are you listening to his still small voice? And I'm a strong believer in everything that you have just said, that it truly is a leap of faith. When you step out into, you've set this goal, you have absolutely no clue as to how you're going to achieve that goal. But when you there's another quote that I like, it says, leap and the net will appear. You did just that. You took that leap out into the unknown, and the net appeared for you, and you're now here as the CEO and founder of your own, not only business, but family-run business. And I like how you stress that, with family-run business, which speaks to legacy and family wealth, and and that's a whole nother conversation. Exactly right there. That's a whole nother conversation right there. So tell us about your clubs. Tell us about the types of services that you offer.
Yes, absolutely. So, again, holistic health, understanding that, health has to come from a mental, physical, and spiritual approach. Squats and push-ups and green lettuce and kale is not going to necessarily just get you where you got to go. You have to be whole, spiritually and mentally as well. And so what our company strives to do is to create an environment. Most people, and the number one contributor factor to change is environment, which is why, spiritual text is always, says things like birds of a feather flock together. Show me your friends, I'll show you who you are. Okay? Yeah. So in that case, if we could create an environment in and out of my physical location. We do things like monthly grocery store tours. We do things like live webinars, every week. We do for our clients. We do things like group classes. We do workshops. We have other people come in and do workshops and things like that fits into the realm of where we are trying to get our clients to coexist. From there, they have an environment of healing and health. So sickness is not even allowed. It's an alkaline environment. Sickness can't even penetrate it. So that's what we do in the services that we offer: personal training, one-on-one style personal training. Okay, we take a functional approach to exercise, which means that we don't train you any way that's unnatural to the way that your body naturally moves. Most machines are fixed motion. Your body is not a fixed object. It's not in that way. So you have to train yourself in a free form and in a functional way. So we do functional style exercise. We specialize and we do vegan meal prep. We specialize in helping people with plant-based nutrition, understanding the importance of getting the minerals and the dust of the soil of the earth, as the Bible would say it, but the minerals that's from the earth back into you. And the only way to do that in a way that's not going to cause harm to your body is to go straight to the source instead of going to the middleman who's getting it from the source the same way that you can. And that's just incorporating fruits and vegetables. We specialize in detoxification, making sure that you understand that you got to clean your organs and give it help and give it rest. It cannot continue to fight toxins off when toxins are just continuing to just be there. So detoxify the body. We specialize in, we do classes such as yoga. We partner with massage therapists. We partner with chiropractors. And one of the main things that we do is online health coaching. We help a lot of people who are, outside of our local area who need help with the direction on how to actually plan effectively on a regimen and then have somebody to help hold them accountable too. So these are the kind of services that we offer, and they have been a lot of help to be able to help our clients transform themselves from a degenerative lifestyle to a regenerative one.
And how can the audience reach out and connect, learn more, become a part of that journey if they desire?
Absolutely. We're on major social media platforms. The best thing that we kind of pretty much stay active and consistent with is Instagram, and that is going to be at LOJ Fit Club. That's LOJ as in Lion of Judah, Fit Club. We have a YouTube channel, that's LOJ Fit Club, Facebook, LOJ Space Fit Club, and we're posting constantly. We do a lot of content. And then also, last but not least, we believe in what we do so much, we really want people to jumpstart their health by committing to a 7 holistic health program that we do that includes a lot of the things that I was speaking of. It is completely free. And how to get access to that is you go to 7day holistic health challenge.com and just watch the short video and apply, and we'll give you a free 7-day program as well, especially to your viewers, Ms. Paula, because I know these are people who are wanting to get their mind, their body, and their spirit right listening to you.
All right, 7dayholistic.health.com. Y'all make sure you check it out.
Challenge. 7dayholistic.healthchallenge.com. Boom.
Healthchallenge.com. 7dayholistic.healthchallenge.com. Y'all make sure you get that. 7dayholistic.healthchallenge.com. And then also on Instagram, at LOJ Fit Club. Tory, thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome back anytime to the show. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. Just praying the best for you and that doors will continue to open as you continue this journey of health. And we thank you all so much for joining us as well. That was just inspiring. And I really, really appreciate I always appreciate when I hear stories like this about someone realizing who there I am is, and walking in that and walking out of that. We are out of time. Y'all don't forget My Journey with Paula G tomorrow morning, Thursday mornings, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. WATC2, that's TOO.TV in the Atlanta area. You can download the WATC app. Also Hulu, Roku, Apple TV, Truly, Google Play. You can find it. Also, you can visit my website, paulagvoice.com. If you're in the Atlanta area, DeKalb 25 Access Channel, you can find us there as well. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, and you wish to support this platform and our airtime, you can donate. You can visit my website, paulagvoice.com. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode where we expand your mindset through worldwide conversations. Thank you so much for joining us. Rosalind, thank you so much for engineering, love. Appreciate you. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, embrace the journey.